Coming up on this edition of Rock 11 Now Weekly, take a closer look at Rockville's financial health with a document specifically designed for you. Plus, find out where you can go to get all the help you need to plan your big day. More news, more often. This is Rock 11 Now Weekly, so let's get into it. The city's financial standing is in great shape, as evidenced by the presentation of 2 annual reports by the Finance Department to the Mayor and Council in December. Once again, Rockville has earned a AAA bond rating, which means you, the taxpayer, save money as the city is able to borrow at the lowest possible interest rate. This information and much more is contained in the Comprehensive Annual Financial Report, or CAFR, which is prepared by the Finance Department and audited by certified public accountants. It's a thorough and detailed look at Rockville's financial operations and how the city uses taxpayer money to address the needs of its residents and business owners. But to give the public a transparent and user-friendly breakdown of the city's financial health, it also produces a supplement to the CAFR called the Popular Annual Financial Report, or PAFR. In this report, you can find examples of how to understand your utility and property tax bills through illustrations and charts. It also describes the different funds from which the city operates, including the general fund and capital projects. To view both the PAFR and CAFR reports online, head to rockvillemd.gov/financial reports. And you can watch the presentation of the report at rockvillemd.gov/agenda center and click on the television icon next to the December 11th meeting.
The city hosted the first of 3 open houses to present ideas and receive feedback from residents on the progress of Rockville 2040. Rockville 2040 is the process of building a new comprehensive master plan to update policies on everything from land use, historic preservation, and economic development to water, parks, and community resources that will serve as the template for the next 20 years in Rockville. Residents were able to spend time poring over maps and proposals on a wide array of issues, with city staff on hand to answer questions and provide context.
I think people have been very responsive. We said, it's time for more feedback. Let's test the ideas and see what you think. I hope that they see that we're reflecting what they've said in the policies that are being proposed here.
It's a thing that we've been, and the Planning Commission, been looking at for over a year or so, but it's the bits and pieces that are important. And once all this comes together and we get the draft released to the public, that's when we really sit down and look at not only what's said and what the public has said, but make sure that it flows together as a plan that makes sense for the citizens of Rockville.
The next 2 open houses are scheduled for Tuesday, January 16th and Saturday, January 20th. Stop by to learn more about the plan for Rockville's future. For Rock 11 Now Weekly, I'm Paul Westlake.
Coming up, get the professional help you need to make your big day one you'll never forget. All in the same place. And see what the city has in store for its annual Lunar New Year celebration this February. It's all on the way right after this.
Rockville loves its dogs, the big ones, the small ones, and all the dogs in between. The city also loves the environment. That's why it's important to step in when nature calls for your precious pooch. Did you know a typical 40-pound dog excretes 274 pounds of waste per year? I know. Ew! That really puts the poo in pooch, doesn't it? And when that waste doesn't get cleaned up and disposed of properly, it doesn't just end up on the bottoms of your neighbour's shoes. It ends up in nearby water bodies and storm drains where it might flow into a stream or a river without treatment. So help keep your fellow residents and pets healthy and our yards and streets clean, and scoop your darling doggies' poop. Carry a plastic bag when you take your dog on a walk, so when they do their duty, do yours. Ahem, get it? Seal the bag and place it in a nearby trash can, never near a storm drain. Follow these steps and you're good to go, and so is your dog. Just you clean up after it when it goes potty. For more information about pet waste and the effects it has on the environment, visit rockvillemd.gov/environment and click on the Pet Waste Scoop the Poop link.
The 19th Annual Wedding Expo at the Glenview Mansion is where you can make the professional connections you need to make your big day more special and less stressful. More than 30 vendors will be on hand at the mansion on Sunday, January 28th from 1 until 4 p.m. to answer your questions and offer their services. Whether you're planning a big or small wedding, you'll find the people you need to help tailor a plan that works for you. From the cake to the flowers to the photographer and music options. There's a cash-only $5 entry fee at the door. For more information, visit rockvillemd.gov/Glenview or go to Facebook and like the Glenview Mansion Weddings and Special Events page, or call 240-314-8660. Did you know that 54% of Rockville's foreign-born population was born in Asia? And many of these cultures will be on display as the city, in partnership with Rockville's Asian American Task Force, celebrate the Year of the Dog at the city's Lunar New Year celebration. It's all happening on Saturday, February 24th at Richard Montgomery High School, starting at 10:30 a.m. Immerse yourself in Asian culture through musical and dance performances, games, crafts, and much more. Find additional details as they become available at rockvillemd.gov/Lunar New Year. That's going to do it for this edition of Rock 11 Now Weekly. Remember, you can check out the latest happenings on our online newsletter at rockvillereports.com. And join in the conversation and check out our posts by signing up for Nextdoor at nextdoor.com. And keep up with Rockville 11 by subscribing to our City of Rockville YouTube channel. And you can follow us on Twitter at Rockville 11, on Instagram at RockvilleMD, and like us on Facebook. For the entire Rock 11 Now Weekly team, I'm Tony Playa. Until next week, Rockville.